So the other day I saw this girl, and I want to say she looked real cute, and probably she did. Probably her outfit was like outstanding, her shoes were outstanding, her hair was wonderful. I don't know. I couldn't get past the way that she was clumping around in those shoes. She had no business wearing those fancy high heels out in public. She looked awful. You know the ones I'm talking about. You know the ones that you look at and think, oh girl, you're not looking so good. You think you do? You probably spent a whole paycheck on those suckers. That's not so good. You should have practiced walking around like that at home for like maybe 2 months before you went out in public, because you're making a spectacle of yourself. You know, I don't know if I walk in high heel shoes very pretty or not, but if you ever see me and I'm clumping around and looking somewhat like a Sasquatch and not handling myself with ease and beauty, please tell me probably those shoes aren't for you. I don't want to look like that. I don't want blisters on my feet either, so you might not see me wearing shoes like that. Nonetheless, I started thinking, wow, that is so parallel to how we are in the spiritual realm. Some of us aren't walking around at home doing it, so when we get out in public, we look like a fool. Some of us aren't practicing it at home. You know, I made this video for my son's basketball banquet. It's on my channel if you want to watch it. The only reason I had to put it on my channel is because the sound didn't work when we played it at the banquet. Now, I don't know if you've ever made like a movie maker video, but it took me literally probably like 65 hours to do that. Now, that's not the photography and downloading the pictures. That's just putting it together. And so if you watch it and think, oh, that wasn't 65 hours good, I'm sorry. We don't have a complaint department. Go on about your business. Either way, I had not prepared to play it publicly, so it wasn't loud enough. I'd been keeping it pretty quiet, so my son didn't hear it up until the banquet. So I was in my room working on it, but I was doing it with the sound pretty low so that no one could hear till the big reveal. And guess what? When it came time to play it, it wasn't loud enough. Just like the girls in those shoes. Just like so many of us are in our faith. We don't practice it in private. We don't practice it when it's just us and God. And so when we get out and we're in the heat of the moment, push comes to shove, we can't produce. You know, God says, if I be lifted up on the earth, I will draw all men unto me. Why are we so shy and quiet about boldly proclaiming who He is and what He did for us? Oh, I know some people will say, oh, that's private. No, He never called your relationship to be with Him private. Oh, He did call it to be personal, but never once in the Word did He say it ought to be private. Matter of fact, He said, go out into all the world and preach the gospel. You know, you do have a ministry. Maybe it's not public speaking. Maybe it's not to share Jesus with the masses, but it is to do it publicly. Are you practicing it in private? Are you building yourself up? Are you working on your prayer life? Are you reading the Word? Are you doing what it takes so when it comes to be in front of somebody, you can share Him the way you ought to share Him? I don't know. Does your faith life look like that girl in those shoes? I didn't look so good. She tried, but she should have practiced. My video, it looked good, but it didn't sound good. I tried, but I should have practiced. Think about it. You are called to ministry. Lift Him up. Boldly proclaim. It's never called to be private, just personal. If this blesses you, share it with someone. Peace.